Uh, right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I will be editing that out, but welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing? And tonight I'm going to be discussing state of play and the likelihood of Final Fantasy VII remake coming into to Summer Games Fest. I think it's pretty apparent now, and if you guys haven't heard, Nate the Hate has claimed that Final Fantasy VII R3 is coming, or at least it is at the Summer Games Fest, and we'll get into that right now before we get into the state of play. Okay, so here it is. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 will be at Summer Games Fest. I expect Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 we will be there. And then Nate the Hate goes and says, I will expect it to be at Summer Games Fest. And as we get into this, he says right here, I have heard it is at Summer Games Fest. So it's a very likely possibility, guys. It's there. Nate the Hate hasn't been wrong about FF7R. Now, I have heard he's been wrong in the past, but when it comes to remake and rebirth being on Switch 2 coming this year, it is quite possible we are getting these games at Summer Games Fest. I don't know about any other Square Enix news, but yeah, but we can count on it. We can almost count on it being at Summer Games Fest. And it makes sense because the reason it wasn't at the state of play was because Square Enix is focusing on a multi-platinum strategy. And what better way to implement that strategy with marketing, getting and PR and all that stuff by having it at Summer's Games Fest where they can have it as a multi-launch title, a multi-platform title. So I think it's a very strong possibility, and I want to believe it's a strong possibility. Anything else, Square Enix, we'll have to see. And before we get into, we also have this from Hamaguchi today, from a new interview with Famitsu. He says that they will not let FF7R Remake Part 3 end up in a half finished state. Well, I wasn't believing that anyway, and are determined to complete it to the very end. We absolutely won't leave the third installment in a half finished state. I'm determined to bring it to a point where I can proudly say I have completed the FF7R Remake series to the very end. That's a determination in which we are developing right now, so please look forward to it. So, like always, this game is in good hands, and since Rebirth is on all platforms, Hamaguchi can and his team can now focus on part three solely. And now let's get into state of get rid of some of these ads. First off, Wolverine. Oh, he smokes, man. I never seen Carnage so visceral, so beautiful in my entire life as a game. I mean, it is incredible. Wow. I was at my local GameStop picking up Final Fantasy VII R3 Rebirth. Matter of fact, I got it right here, and I got the card too. But the clerk asks me, do I want to no, no pre-order Wolverine. I said, yeah, I did it immediately. So definitely day one for me. I loved it. I loved almost everything I seen. The only thing I did not like was Jean Grey's design, but it's not gonna make or break the game for me. I'm more worried about slicing enemies up with Wolverine, and I look forward to this game. I really do. Day one for me, and let's go down the list. This was pretty cool, and I'm glad they have some villains coming. And I will say this, Kellen Goff as Carnage, perfect. Matter of fact, all these characters are voiced perfectly, and also to have some villains in it is pretty cool. Magneto, Doctor Doom, Green Goblin, Carnage. That's some great stuff, man. I'm definitely picking up this game. Got Rayman Legends. Now, funny story. My dad bought me this game when I was 10, 11, and I wasn't into Rayman at first, but I really got into it. I spent like countless hours playing this game when I was a kid. So I'm glad they're bringing back some of these old classics, man. And this looks like it's going to be a solid game. Yo, this was dope. The DLC, man. Well, not DLC. It's an entirely different game, but I just like the vibe and music of this game. And it's like, and we'll read it here. Bancho the Chef was revealed for the PlayStation 5, a new game from from the team behind Dave the Diver, which I played a little of. It's not a DLC, it's an entirely new game starring the best chef you have met in the Blue Hole Bancho, says Juho Hong, the director and the game designer behind Dave the Diver. I played some of that on my buddy's Steam Deck, and it was I don't want to say a cozy game, but it relaxed me, and it was kind of dreary and scary. Not scary, but I'm like thrilling in a way. Yeah, let's go with that. I never knew who Azumi Aikumi Nakamura was, but you know what? I dig her vibe, I dig her possibility and energy, and I'm really digging her game. And this game just screams with style. I am so looking forward to playing this game. But we'll read the description. Ikumi Nakamura appeared to announce her new game, Kamura Murray, which is releasing in 2027. The short gameplay trailer showcased yokai hunters exploring a large cityscape and defeating yokai demons with flashy action combat. And you can make contract with these demons to get special abilities and have your own unique style. And the thing I like about this game is that you can certainly have your own style. It's awesome. This is a day one for me too, not gonna lie. And we got the supernatural mixed with some hip hop, Asian elements. Women's that's pretty sick. The next Tomb Raider is delayed, but I liked what I saw from this trailer. I played some Tomb Raider, but not a lot of it when I was a kid, so I do look forward to playing this remake. And I like the that it has the spirit and atmosphere of the original game as it's described here. And the game has been delayed to 2027, unfortunately, but you know what? There's a lot coming out for 2026 already, especially in the fall, so I'm okay with waiting. Anna Karuna, see, The Lost Wild. So this one, Let's read the description. The Lost Squad from Grade 8 Games and Annapurna was revealed, described as a survival horror built on three things: observation, instinct, and restraint. Interesting. Game director Gary Napper said, watching where dinosaurs look before you move, holding still when something taller than the building you are hiding in walks past, knowing when not to run. In this post, I want to talk about the feline philosophy behind it. So, promising game. I mean, didn't really strike my fancy, but it's nice to see some variety here. This one I'm a little upset about, but still look forward to this game. Matter of fact, that's right around a quarter from GTA. Yeah, September's looking stacked as it is with Wolverine, but read it here. Phantom Blade Zero release date state slipped? Okay. Maybe they meant delayed, but I don't know. Phantom Blade Zero's release date has been moved from September 9th to October 29th. Want to offer my sincere apologies to all players who have been following and support us, said the game creator Soul Frame. This was not an easy decision. More than anyone, we understand the expectations of our players have placed on us. And precisely because of those expectations, we don't want to release Phantom Blade Zero, knowing there is an opportunity to take it one step further. You know what? Game delays are common these days. I wish they didn't happen, but you know what? That's what happened these days. It is what it is. I mean, how many times did GTA 6 get delayed or whatever other games in recent years? I'm kind of bummed, but you know what? Like I said, September is stacked enough as it is. So get to play other games while I wait for this. Doom Awakening, I will admit this was cool, but it didn't really like strike my fancy. Dynasty Warriors getting a PlayStation 5 remaster. Okay, this is dope right here. I played a lot of Dynasty Warriors 3. But just to get things a bit more moving here. Oshimusha. Yeah, this was one of my highlights. So highlights so far are Wolverine, Kamuri, Oshimitsu, to which we're about to discuss, and Tomb Raider. But let's read. Onimitsu, Capcom Onimitsu, Wave of the Sword got a release date of September 25th. See, this is why it's good in a way that Phantom Blade Zero was delayed. I mean, Wolverine and then this game on September 25th. Whoa. And then there's a demo out today, which I will be trying over the weekend. Silent Hill Township. Now, I'll be honest. Silent Hill, I haven't played, so I don't have any opinions on it. But I was not expecting to, to have a black protagonist, but I welcome it, and it's pretty damn cool. We're getting this. Yes, yes. Announced the release date for Silent Hill Townfall. The game, which is developed by Scottish studio Screenburn, will be released on September 24th. Okay, so yeah, that looked interesting. One of these days, I gotta get into that. Capcom also released this one, Ace Combat Med 8. Wings of Thieves will release on October 26th. For Deluxe edition holder, early access begins on September 28th. I thought this was cool. Stuntman Hollywood. Don't know if I'm playing it. This one was the freakiest game yet. Ale is a realistic first person action horror game. Ale is a I just read that. That takes players into a dark fort overtaken by a mysterious entity. A grim story, unpredictable monster, visceral dismemberment system, realistic physics that creates atmosphere of relentless terror. You know what? Good job on that because yeah, this scared me. I mean, I'm about to play Resident Evil 9 in the near future, and I don't like the giant spider that you have to fight, but that in this trailer is even more frightening. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather face giant spiders from Final Fantasy 16 and Resident Evil 9 instead of dealing with whatever grotesque, dismembered human monsters you gotta fight. That it was disgusting, it was frightful, and I gotta give the creators of this game, I gotta give them their flowers. They really did a great job of creating the atmosphere they wanted for their game. Control Resonant is another September release. Remedy announced Control Resonance will release on September 24. Premiered a new story trailer offering a deeper look into the world no longer bound by the rules we understand. Control is one series I want to get into, like Control 1, 2, and then this game I'll probably play in the future. Yeah, I wasn't. This one didn't really strike my fancy. Until Dawn's getting a sequel. I think a lot of fans of this game, the first one, will be happy. Sony announced a sequel to Until Dawn is in development. Until Dawn 2 is coming next year and will be developed by Liverpool-based studio Firesprite. The next God of War game reveal. Sony Santa Monica Studio announced a new mainline entry in the God of War franchise, God of War Faye, with 20 minutes of gameplay. Faye starts Faye the Just, Kratos' Norse wife and mother of Atreus, as she battles over otherworldly factions in the afterlife. So I mean, from what I gather, she's deceased. I'll tell you guys now, the gameplay was cool, and I do like that you get to fight otherworldly factions, deities, mythological creatures, and whatnot in this game. And I don't hate her design either. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but you know what? I I don't know much about the new God of War franchise from 2018, but it got me wanting to play the other games. And the fact that you get to fight with a badass sword and then with ribbons, deadly ribbons, which seem to be alive, and then that cube thing that houses it. Is it. But yeah, I mean, I it's good we got another God of War game, and for those who are bugging about playing as a woman, please calm down. I mean, you we've been playing as female characters for the longest time, and honestly, we enjoy some of us gamer, a lot of us gamers out there. Yeah. I mean, is she the finest thing out there? No, but her design's fine, and I just look forward to kicking ass with Faye as we're in the afterlife battling otherworldly deities, demons, you name it in the Norse mythology. So I don't know why people get all bent out of shape playing as a woman these days. I mean, we had Samus forever. We had Sun Lee, we had Cammy, I mean, hell, we had Sonya Blade, Laura Croft, Tifa, Aerith, Terra from Final Fantasy VI. I mean, we have had all kinds of female characters that are beloved, no matter how much they, what they look like. I don't know why these guys have a problem now or why it's freaking woke or whatever, but it's like, why don't you guys just do us a favor and just retire from gaming? It clearly doesn't bring you joy or anyone else joy. So I'm just saying this for the benefit of everyone, especially those who are bothered that that you're playing as a female. And it's a side story on top of that. She's not replacing Kratos. But anyway, that's my rant. Looking forward to this game. And to wrap things up, so that's a nice stream, everybody. Tomorrow I will play Kingdom Hearts 2. We'll tackle Beast's Castle. We're just going to get right into it. I'm not going to chat about anything. I said my piece about FF7R3. And the state of play, I give it a B. It was a no, it was a pretty good show, not gonna lie. Even without any Square Enix, I still enjoyed it. They had a lot of good stuff, a few heavy hitters that I can't wait to play, and some games like Lafe really got me wanting to play God of War and God of War Ragnarok, God of War 2018 anyway. Uh, yeah, that's tonight's stream. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to continue Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, and Sunday, I'm having it at 10. Because of the Xbox showcase, I'm going to be out of my stream at 10 o'clock, and that's going to be more Kingdom Hearts content. So, Kingdom Hearts 2 content. Probably get into Olympus after this. The Underworld. Oh, wait. That's the goat right there. Oh, if y'all saw my FF10 vids, you know who I'm talking about. The best guardian ever. I will leave you at that. See you tomorrow night for Beast's Castle. And I'm out. See you guys later.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about